Alright, game 2. Protoss versus Zerg. Coldflame versus Methling. Both NAU guys, so they both know each other. They played on the Northern Arizona University CSL team earlier this year. Unfortunately, getting knocked out by the University of Washington, the team that got second place last year. As we get into game and I scroll off screen, let us throw everything up. This is actually a beautiful way to start. I wish casting would start from down here in the cliffs and the doves. Let's actually look at this map real quickly. This is the desert map. Unfortunately did not catch the name. Spill this just for you. It had better be. Alright. As both players make fun of each other, being friends and all. The Blue Protoss starting in the top position of our desert map. 4 Heartless Swarm show match, 4 local weekly show match. His name is Exos Coldflame. And our red Zerg in the bottom the bottom position. His name is NAU's Methling. Alright, so both players showing off a little early game banter because they're friends and all. Once again, Coldflame going to start off with that gateway expand. Methling should just expect this and prepare accordingly, as should always be fine. Don't forget to follow myself on Twitter at NTL's Weak Link, as I am. That way you know when I'm tweeting about show matches and casting and whatnot. And I see a drone going across the map to go scout out his opponent's base. Methling does this. He likes to scout not only with his overlord but also with his drone. Very smart when you know somebody is likely to do a gateway expand, as the gateway expansion style would allow you to snipe off the overlord before it can really see much and get into a good position. But Coldflame just goes for 15 Nexus. It's kind of premature actually. In my opinion. Normally it's a 17 Nexus, but we do see that probe being chased off, almost dying to those 2 drones. So tried to delay the drones as long as possible. Now we're actually seeing a Forge come down, so kind of a different style for Coldflame. Preferring to probably wall off from here to here, and probably playing mind games more than anything with Methling, who was expecting to have to go for a gateway expand style to play against, but instead he has to fight against a Forge expand, something he's not used to when playing against his opponent Coldflame. And we do see just generic scouting going down, spawning pool going down, gas being taken before gateway. A little bit interesting, a little bit different for Coldflame. We do see the overlord attempting to run away. Now we see the pylon going down. Actually, what Coldflame I think is doing is he's banking on the fact that he has the Mothership Core. So Mothership Core can turn the Nexus into a giant, even better photon cannon. So what he's going to do is he's going to wall up here. Then he can just put the Mothership Core down here, and any early aggression or harassment, he can just turn it into a photon cannon and then just build photon cannons as natural, or warp in things up here in his main and get ready to hold the all-in, which gives you seconds to prepare, which is you desperately need. As we do see the third base finally going down for Methling. Methling just droning up, now up to 20 drones, still behind Coldflame's 23 probes. He has really solid mechanics, so it's to be expected that he could outpace the Zerg, as we do see the Cybercore actually going up kind of far forward. I'm not exactly a fan of this, as it could provide the opportunity for Methling to snipe this Cybercore, but it'd be kind of funny to see Coldflame just throw down the +1 and throw down a Robo Bay now, and then just go for an Immortal Sentry all in behind all this type of expanding. It'd be really funny to see that. Oh, this is Heartless Swarm, but some things just never get old. So we do see 2 queens out, and third queen will probably be on its way soon. And there's more overlords on the way. Zerg going 20 across the map. Me taking a sip of my coffee, so it is necesario. The Mothership Core is on its way. Like I said, Mothership Core allows for that giant photon cannon to be made on that Nexus. See gateways, Cyber Core, Gateway, gateway. Okay, so what he's going to probably do is, since Mothership Core basically gets mass recall a few seconds after being built, 40 seconds after being built, he's just going to send the Mothership Core across the way with its very slow movement speed. It's probably going to hang out about here. He's probably going to try and kill this Ling off, then put down a proxy pylon. And the point of that will be he can do a 6-8 gate all in, somewhere in between there, and he's not going to have to worry for a darn reason about his units getting caught and killed, because he'll just be able to recall home. And kind of a nice ability that Protoss has, allows for a lot of early aggression versus Zerg now, and safe early aggression, because that's the one thing about Protoss, is if their army disappears, then they kind of lose the game. Very few players can recover from a situation like that. As you can see, though, it's still in the droning phase, so the supplies are very similar. Going to it, actually, Methling just now getting ahead in the drones, but now we're seeing the true drone production of a 3-hatch Zerg, which is like 13 drones at a time. And I'd actually love to see a micro hatch go down as soon as possible, but that's still going to be a little bit, as we do see 15, 13, 16, so almost at full dronage. We do see the proxy pylon finally going down. The Stalker, he's going to be looking to actually push here, but he'll be surprised when he finds out that the hatchery is taking a little bit different position. A lot of Zergs like to take this hatchery on this map. Recently watching a series between practice games between A-Bomb and Root Cats. Root Cats was doing a 4-hatch build where he would just open up 4 hatcheries, put his 4th hatch right about here, have his 3rd hatch right here, versus a Forge expanding Protoss. And A-Bomb would continuously do a warp gate, a 4-gate, warp gate, 4-gate against with Mothership Core to recall out and just put his pylon here and here, and will continuously pressure this base over here. But instead, Coldflame doing something similar, just a little bit more gateways and a little bit farther delayed, going up to 5 gateways now. And we do see the Overlord coming in. He'll probably be able to scout this out soon. Cannon's working on these rocks, but these rocks are now down, and the Protoss looks like it might be able to snipe +1 armor, which is going to need to be huge. And if he can also snipe +1 attack, then these are going to be +1 Zealots versus 0-0 Lings, as we do not see any Roach Warren on the map currently. And we do see the probes sneaking up into the main, getting a pylon down. And I do believe this is going to be GG at the moment, because we do see 34 Lings, 35 Lings coming out, but a continuous warp in. Protoss should be able to win, but we do see the 10 Banelings. That's going to, where are these 10 Banelings currently being morphed in? They are above the ramp with a photon cannon going down to defend that pylon. Zealots coming out, and here comes the 10 Banelings, and it's going to need to be good splitting from Coldflame, but Coldflame making the right decision, going after these Banelings down here. The Banelings come in, they crash into the Stalkers, and Banelings from behind, but Stalkers are still alive, and the big issue isn't the Stalkers, it's the Zealots, as you only have Lings to fight against these Zealots. As they get a full surround off, they should be able to kill most of the Lings. Most of the Lings now rushing out to help defend the main. Zealots should press towards the 3rd, but instead he's going to go towards the main, and after this layer, which is trying to get out double evolution chamber and has an infestation pit already on way. Nothing being researched, such as Enduring Locust, the upgrade for Locust lives, but there we go. There's the recall out, realizing that he was potentially going to get caught, but unfortunately I think Coldflame's taken this a little bit too cautiously, as he could have just killed Methling there. Methling now in a very dire situation, but will the Zealots get caught? No Zealots do get caught in the falling rocks, and now the Nexus should be going down in just a quick bit. We're seeing a pylon being focused down by Queens. We do still see the pylon in the main. A quick transition into DTs would actually cause this pylon to reap benefits. We do see Speed Banes out for Methling. Does Methling see the... Yeah, he does see the pylon, so interestingly enough, we do see this pylon going down. This pylon will die, but Methling maybe not paying enough attention to the mini-map here. Do you see 2 Overlords unfortunately clumped up? Not something you want to have. As you can see in this game, you can kill rocks that fall over, and you can kill rocks that get in your way. So, kind of an interesting tactical decisions that can be made. I do see, once again, 5 pylon. So many pylons in my base. Methling realizing this now. Coldflame actually did not get supply blocked at all during that, so you want it present later in the game. But we do see a Dark Shrine, and we do see 3 more Stargates coming out. Sealing Baneling out now. We're seeing +1, +2, +2. We're seeing armor, attack, both at level 2. We're seeing +1 shields. I mean, just Coldflame doing a lot right now. We're also seeing adrenal glands already being produced, 1-1 on the way, Ultralisk on the way, and it seems that Methling has figured out who you need to build in the late game. Brood Lords are still good, but they still get pretty hard negated in this game because of the mobility of Protoss Air now. So the great and best transition right now with the Infestors Fungal being so slow is the transition into Ultralisk, and that is what we are seeing. +1 is about to finish, 2-2 should be started, and then Chitinous Plating should be on the way, and 4 armor Ultras are not something you want to deal with. The Rock Tower should probably get brought down here by some Lings, and then just have a 4th base here, as we see 3 DTs now coming out with 3 Phoenixes coming out for harassment, so multi-prong harassment is now going to be coming out soon for Coldflame. Coldflame should see, yep, just saw that hatchery go down. Oh, he can pick this queen up, and that's going to be a big scare for Methling, as we now see multi-pronged harassment with DTs in the natural, DTs in the main. Phoenix is at the 3rd with a DT too, as well. Kind of not something you want to go up against. I'm surprised that Coldflame's just not picking up these queens, as they really can't do much. Okay, now he comes back. He should pick up both queens and kill both of them. DT going back to the mineral line. Chitinous Plating is on the way. 2-2 is on the way. Spire's also on the way. 3 Overseers are on the way. And just mass Phoenix now. We're seeing a total of 9 Phoenix on the field as Zerglings rampage across the map. They're going to have to bring down these rocks. The real vulnerable point is actually this wall at this point, because of how the rocks are positioned. That's still, you can't run past, you can't bring this down. So going mass Baneling and trying to just force your way through this wall is actually a decision he can make, not seeing any sentries there. Instead, we are seeing the main got cleared out, the natural got cleared out, the 3rd is getting cleared out. So Coldflame, the DT master, he is looking like he should win this series now. The advantage he had earlier is now just being secured with the fact that these Banelings are going to attempt to create an opening, but this is it, ladies and gentlemen. There is no reinforcements behind this. There is really nothing here, as we see the larva count. It's still at 23. I mean, he could have made more Lings, but he just probably a little bit too much from the DT's harassment on top of everything, and so Methling